Mr. Evo, first person to come and have a proper chat at ISTE 2024. What a pleasure. Good to see you, first of all.
Blown away. Thank you very much for having me, Al.
No, listen, I know you've had a busy couple of days already just getting into the ISTE swing. I did the lazy option and flew in last night. So I've missed out, I think, on quite a lot of fun. So it's good to catch up. Tell us about what you've got on the cards or have already done. I know you had a really good meet-up with Steph that was well attended, to say the least.
Yeah, we had this idea with Steph Howell, who is from Cami, who's become one of my friends since meeting her first at 2022 in New Orleans. And we just thought we'd have a get-together. We initially thought there'd be about 20 or 30 people. Yeah, our last numbers were 250 people on the attendee list. So we had to change the venue 3 hours before just to make sure that we could accommodate. It turned out really well. There's a couple of snaps on Twitter and on LinkedIn that kind of show the atmosphere and just how happy everyone was to connect. So yeah, great way to start the ISTE journey.
I mean, I'm not surprised in the slightest. There's always a really good vibe. The other thing is, whenever I'm on social media, which is quite a lot, researching for my newsletters and other resources, whenever I see the letters SDG, I see the letters EVO somewhere nearby. So just share why there's such a link between those two sets of words.
So the SDGs are really important to me. For people who don't know, my heritage is Bangladeshi. The first time I saw the SDGs and engaged with them is 2015 when they came out. And one of the posters was actually from Bangladesh and it said Dhaka, Bangladesh. I think it was the quality education one, SDG 4, and it just instantly made me connect to what they were, to find out a bit more. Took that into school as a design technology teacher and innovation leader at the time in Dubai. Carried it through. The Design for SDGs project was then born as a curriculum project initially. When I then came back to the UK and started Innovation X in 2021, it became a bit of a focal point during a conversation with Bet, and that gave the birth to this new UK challenge. We're in now the third year of the UK challenge, where we are working with schools across the UK, bigger and better, to promote sustainable development goals and climate action within the primary, upper primary and lower secondary years. It's had a great sign up. We did the launch live from Bet on Wednesday, which was awesome, just before we flew out. And we're really looking forward to seeing what difference we can make to the youth of today to make an impact tomorrow.
I mean, I love what you're doing. I think last year at Bet it was probably the noisiest session, which I think is always a really good measure, particularly when you've got so much student engagement. I mean, tick, tick, tick on that one. But I can see how many schools are already excited that they're involved in that together. So credit to you.
Thank you very much.
So what else is happening, ISTE and beyond, for you?
So Innovation X is primarily focusing on the SDG work and the sustainability work. There's a big call for it in the UK now. The DFE have mandated climate action and sustainability education in 2025 in September. Sustainability leads, and this idea that there's a bit more focus on sustainability, and we're hoping to be able to just help schools on that journey and interface with edtech companies who would like to take a little bit more of a look at how they can make an impact with their resources as well.
It's going to be a busy few days, isn't it?
It's going to be a busy few days, yeah, it is. But I'm really excited. I met some cool people. We've got Embeth, who's just here behind the camera, who's from South Africa. Reconnected with people from the States. Met people from Australia yesterday in one of the climate action talks. Somebody from Japan yesterday. So a great place to connect, and obviously got to speak to the one and only Al Kingsley. The more positive your relationships are, peer-to-peer, teacher-to-teacher, teacher-to-student, helps things move forward.
Yeah, I think so, and I think the bit that you see in that crossover is actually teacher to vendor. It's still about relationships and trust, and actually not starting a transaction, but a journey and a relationship. And that takes a long time to continue to develop and evolve that. So this is a great place when you can have a pause and a chance to catch up with lovely people like yourself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What would you say, Al? What are going to be the key things for you over the next couple of days?
For me, it's about meeting people, learning. I'm always a lifelong learner. There's people that I've got a lot of respect for, that I've shared resources for, that I'm really keen to have a chat with. And I also think as I get a little bit older and greyer, and part of that role is also to be out there and actually just signpost for amazing people, great stuff happening, give them a bit of visibility. And I think we all have an obligation just to kind of be those shoulders to help others get up and get out there. So spoiled for choice this week here, really. There's so many amazing people. So
what you do, Al, you do a great job at supporting everyone. You've certainly supported me since the very beginning of Innovation X, and you support so many others as well. So I very much value that.
There's a lot of good people sharing the love and the support, and I know, like your good self, people pass it on, and that's what becomes our ecosystem. So I'm looking forward to it. But thank you for coming and stopping by the NetSupport stand.
No
good to see you, and have an amazing day.
You too. Thanks, Al.